We owe Dr. Mond a debt of gratitude that he is undertaking to create this video, the importance of not drinking, anti-alcohol. And it's really the schus, his son. It should be a schus for his son. And it is a schus to be mehane klal Yisrael with this information that we're giving him today. Realizing that alcohol is the same as any other drug, that a person becomes attuned to it, desirous. It creates a person, such effect on a person that he does not realize it. And it takes perhaps many, many times till the person really becomes a drunkard. There's such a title as a drunkard. But actually, every little bit of alcohol affects a person. It's so habit-forming that a person does not realize it. At first, he can take 1 drink and 2 drinks or 3, and he still feels all right, and it didn't affect him yet. Once he gets into the car, he goes outside, it has such an effect on him, he doesn't know where he finds himself. And this is dangerous. It's dangerous for himself, as well as it's dangerous for other people. It is a great schus for the neshama of the son of Dr. Mond to have this schus to be shown to the people, the effects of alcohol. And I think it's a schus for Dr. Mond that he's mezakeh sarabim by teaching him what it means, alcohol.
I was asked to be a part of this video about teenage alcohol use and share my story with you, because for me, what started out as innocent fun eventually turned into a serious problem. By the time my teenage years were over, I had lost control over my drinking, and I was beginning to lose control over my life. Baruch Hashem, I got help before it was too late, and I was able to turn my life around. But unfortunately, as you'll see in this video, not everyone is so lucky. If you had asked me when I was 14 or 15 if there was anything wrong with drinking alcohol, I would have said no way. If you had asked me if there was any chance I was going to end up an alcoholic who couldn't get out of bed without taking a drink, I would have said never in a million years. I drink to have fun, I drink to have a good time at kiddushes and simchas, and that's it. Yet, by the time I was 16, I had an orange juice container mixed with whiskey in my fridge in yeshiva that I used to take swigs from throughout the day. At 17, I was asked not to come back to the yeshiva I was in as a result of alcohol. And by the time I was 18, I was on the streets of Yerushalayim throwing up, wondering why I can't stop drinking. I grew up much the same as many of you watching this video, in a Torah environment with love and appreciation for Yiddishkeit that was instilled in me, at a pretty young age. My parents were loving and caring, and their lives really revolved around me and my 2 brothers. We were fortunate enough to have gotten, everything that we needed growing up, and probably most of what we wanted too. Now, I say this because I want to make it clear that there was really nothing that happened to me growing up that I could blame my problems with alcohol on. I was not any more susceptible to alcoholism than anybody else, and what happened to me could really happen to anyone. The dangers of alcohol are all too real, especially for young people. I don't specifically remember my first drink, but I know that my obsession for alcohol definitely began around my bar mitzvah. I remember looking forward to my friends' bar mitzvahs because there was that chance that I was going to be able to drink. I would daydream in class, in school, leading up to it, leading up to that next bar mitzvah. Was this going to be the one I was going to get to drink? Would I find someone to get me a drink? Would I be able to get it myself? Was there going to be wine on the table that we would be able to sneak when no one was looking? And that was really on my mind all the time. As my teenage years progressed, I really used to look forward to Kiddushes and Shalom Zachars and any other Simcha, and I really would make sure to go to all of them because those were my opportunities to drink. You know, sometimes I would have to sneak the drinks. Sometimes I was even offered, you know, or encouraged to have a Lechaim or two. And, you know, obviously those were the best ones for me. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm not like this guy. I'm different. I only have a drink here and there out of Simcha to have a good time, and nothing bad has ever happened. Let me tell you something. If I would have watched this video back then, I would have told you the same thing. And indeed, that's how it started, only it didn't stay that way, and it never really does. Alcohol abuse, and I say abuse because anyone under 21 that has a drink is indeed abusing alcohol. Alcohol abuse is a progressive, serious problem. I like to say it's the ultimate double-edged sword because what seems like harmless fun is really dangerous and destructive. When you drink alcohol, the more you drink, the more you think you can control it. But in the reality, the more alcohol that you drink, the more it controls you. With alcohol in your system, even the slightest bit, even one shot or one beer or something, the decision-making processes in your brain are completely compromised and unreliable. All it takes is one bad decision, and the course of your life could be changed forever. So please, I urge you, think twice before you take that next drink. It's really not worth it.
So, how'd you guys do in the Gemara quiz?
I don't care. As long as I passed. How about you?
I think I did pretty good. I actually thought it was pretty easy.
So, any of you guys hear about the big Rosenbaum Chasna coming up? I heard they invited the whole high school and the basementers for dancing.
Yeah, I heard about it. But you know, I always get so awkward at these things. I don't know. I just hope we'll be able to get some booze there again, the mood of dancing.
Oh, they'll definitely have alcohol. Do you even know the Rosenbaums?
We're loaded with cash. There'll be plenty of drinks to go around.
Yeah, I know, but you know Miss Rosenbaum. She's crazy about this stuff. I don't know. She's gonna make sure no Bochum have anything to drink at her son's chasana.
Okay, cut it out, guys, all right? Easy on the Lashon Hara. Especially in front of my kid brother here.
Mayor doesn't know.
Yeah, please. It's not Lashon Hara. Everyone knows it's true. Miss Rosenbaum, she's nice and all, but she's so lame. I mean, how else am I supposed to misamech l'chasan?
Guys, there are other ways of being misameach chasen v'kala.
Yeah, whatever, Chaim boy. Go back to your learning, all right? You know, you always have to be Mr. Goody-Goody. I know, he doesn't want us to know that he holds his liquor like Mayor here.
You know, Laser, you should be a little nicer to Chaim. If it weren't for him, you definitely wouldn't have passed that Gemara quiz.
Oh. All right. I would have done fine without his tutoring. I just wanted to give him the schus of learning with me. That's all.
Okay, so Rebbe.
Morning, boys. I trust I'll be seeing you all in Seder?
Of course.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. Listen, boys. I want to see some real learning by Hasmada today. Starting a new sugya. Really gonna have to concentrate.
Yeah, Rebbe. We'll make sure to halt cup.
Come in! Ah, good Shabbos! Good Shabbos! Ellie, can you grab a few beers from the fridge and bring them in, please?
Yeah, sure.
Join. Bear. You have what do you call it?
That's a new brew from Belgium. Can't find it anywhere. I got a connection. Here, boys, try some.
Nice.
Not bad.
Go ahead, help yourself. Take. Have some cookies, arbus. So, what are you boys learning now?
Baba Kama, third parak.
Uh-huh. Very nice.
Our Rebbe actually just taught us a very nice Tosfos on the first Mishnah. I think it's something like...
Hold on. We need to have a Lechaim first. Ellie, you want to have a real drink, or are you going to sip on soda all night?
Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I could try some. I actually already tasted that kind of the Weiss's Kiddush, so.
So, what? You can't try it again?
I guess I'll try it again.
Attaboy.
Yeah.
Chaim, join us for a drink.
No, thanks. It's not for me.
Oh, come on. Nothing's wrong with it. Ellie's having some.
Boys, I hope you know your limits. L'chaim.
Ore pri agafen.
Woo! Where'd you get that?
I just took some. I was about as smooth as this schnapps. Besides, everyone was just too busy schmoozing to notice me.
Right. How'd you know what to get?
All right. You know that Yitzi Weiss young married guy just moved into the neighborhood? He told me this was a good one to try.
Cool. Chaim.
Oh, how do they drink this stuff?
Nice. It's smooth.
All right, listen up. How are we getting in the car for the Chassan on Sunday? You know, Chaim still doesn't know if his brother will let. Probably thinks we're gonna get him in trouble or something.
So paranoid.
Why shouldn't he be? We've all seen the way Laser drives.
Hey, I resent that, okay? I'm very good with cars. My dad lets me drive his all the time.
Backing out of the driveway doesn't count, Laser.
Hey, Shmuley, let's be fair. Laser gets to drive sometimes. Just straight to the garage.
All right, let's just focus on how we get into the Chassan on Sunday, okay? We're not missing this Chassan.
Good Shabbos, boys.
Ah, good Shabbos,
baby.
So, I think you guys were Yotze Kiddush with my bracha, no? Unless you guys are so machmir, you need to make your own Kiddush.
No, we just,
Ooh! Look what we have here. Chocolate rugala, my favorite. Ellie, come. Take one for you and your brother Meir. Ellie, I want you to know, you're doing really well in Shira this year. But I believe you can achieve even greater heights. I've seen what you're capable of. You're far more advanced than anyone else in the shiur, even Lechaim. You just need to apply yourself a little more. Whenever you do tremendously. And it's such a nachas, not only for me, or even your parents, but I see a difference in how it makes you feel about yourself as well. Ellie, I just don't want to see you get in with the wrong crowd and do things you might not really want to.
I hear, Rebbe. But Shmuley and Laser, they're not bad kids. I mean, they're pretty sharp guys, too. And a lot of people are quick to judge them without even talking to them.
Sure. I'm not here to make accusations or judge any individual's character. I just want you to realize that the company you keep makes a very strong impression on how you think. And of course, how you act.
I guess. But it's a kiddush after all. I just thought that 1 or 2 small drinks would be no big deal. Plus, everyone else is enjoying. And my father didn't say anything, so I know he doesn't care, so why not?
Oy vey. Believe me, your father does care very much. Ellie, remember we learned in Parshas Noach that upon leaving the Teva, Noach planted a vineyard to make wine. At the time, he thought it was harmless, and even intended to use the wine for mitzvahs. But in the end, we know it led to his downfall. Sometimes we need to be smart and use our seichel to know the proper place and, more importantly, time in which to be misameach with a course of yain or schnapps. Eli, all I'm saying is, maybe you should wait a few more years before you plant your vineyard. Oh, good Shabbos, Reb Yankel. Good Shabbos. Mazel tov, mazel tov.
Come on, let's go. We gotta get to lunch.
Yeah, sure. Hey, Mayor, look what I got for you.
Thanks, Ellie. You're always looking out for me.
Yeah, sure. You bet.
So, what kind of car does Ruben have? I hope it's not a minivan.
Look, I got the car. He's not using it, and he was nice enough to let us borrow it. It's not a Beamer, but it'll get us to the chasna.
Okay, chill. It's fine by me. I mean, Ruben usually ends up getting drunk and thrown up all over the place anyways.
He's not coming with us, is he?
Nah. He has to go with his older brother. Because his parents found out he's been drinking too much at these things. Sometimes drives a little tipsy.
Ooh, busted.
Well, like you guys aren't planning on drinking. Look, you gotta be careful too, okay? I mean, you know, I'm not letting either one of you drive if you're planning on getting wasted. Especially if Mayor's coming with us.
Whoa, what? You're not going to have a good time with us? You know, we've been looking forward to this chasana for a month. Come on, Mr. Goody Goody will drive, right, Chami?
I just think I'll have my fun eating and dancing.
Come on. What's gotten into you? You know, did Rebbe say something to you at Kiddush? I saw you two schmoozing it up.
Yeah.
Nah, I just put some things into perspective for me, you know?
Yeah, I know. Told you not to drink, not to have a good time, not to enjoy life, right? Yeah, I know the deal. You know what? Just learn all day and never have fun. That's it.
Oh, no, look. Guys, he cares about us. And, I mean, yeah, he told me not to drink, okay? Among other things. And, you know, it's not like that, okay? I'm still gonna have a good time, all right? I'm just not gonna go too crazy, you know? Get too much to drink.
Why? What's the difference? Chaim's driving.
Shmuley. Ellie's wimping out on us. He's becoming all yeshivish.
Well, excuse me, I didn't know it was a crime to be yeshivish. You can be a little more yeshivish yourself sometimes. Look, it's not like that. I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to be sick, that's all.
All right, look. Have we ever gotten you into trouble? I mean, don't we have fun together?
Yeah?
So, then let's party, all right? You with us?
Laser, if the world acted like you and did whatever they felt like doing, the world would be one big mess.
You know, where does it say that it's us to drink, huh? I mean, show me. And it definitely doesn't say anything in the Torah about having to be 21. And besides, ain't yain, ain't Torah, right?
Yeah, it's a mitzvah to drink.
No, it's not. And it's im ein kemach ein Torah, genius. You're mixing it up.
Sometimes it's a mitzvah. No?
Not for the reason you guys want to drink. You should really get going if you want to make it in time for the shmorg.
Hey,
What can I get for you?
what's up?
Would you like something?
Yeah. What's good?
Well, for you, orange juice, cranberry juice, seltzer, and any kind of soda you want.
Come on, man, I want some of that.
Look, you're a little too young.
What? I'm old enough.
Okay, let's see some ID.
Come on, man, just this much.
You know what? It's okay, it's okay. Just give him a little taste. He can handle it, right?
Yeah, come on.
I could get fired for serving minors.
Okay, don't worry about it. You know what? Let me just take 2 of these, and I'll take 1 for myself and 1 for my wife. A little grumpy, isn't he? It's a fascinator. You gotta be in the spirit of things, right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now, make a nice loud shahako. Lechaim.
Can I get something for you?
Yeah. I'll take a Coke.
Hey, Chaim, I got to dance with the chassan.
Yeah? That's great, Mayor.
Hey, Ellie, I'm going back with Reuven and his brother. They're leaving soon. So if you guys want to stay, I think you should be the one to drive back.
Okay, man.
All right, I'll see you back at yeshiva.
Yeah. You too, man. Come on, man. Let's go.
Oh, I had a good time. I don't think I'm driving.
Laser's good to go. You're okay to drive, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine.
I can't believe you didn't have anything to drink.
Can I get something for you?
Yeah. I'll take a Coke.
Hold on, I gotta get more soda. I'll be right back.
These days, Laser uses a feeding tube that's hooked up to his stomach. A nurse has to help him wash 3 times a week and can't even use the bathroom on his own. Shmuley was the luckiest. He was killed instantly. The doctors said his neck snapped on impact and they had to remove his teeth from the dashboard. My dear little brother, Meir, he fought for a long time. He bled all the way to the hospital, somehow remaining conscious. After being in a coma for 6 months. 6 months of being hooked up to all kinds of machines. And Meir's body finally gave out. He never even had a chance to say Shema.
On the first night of Sukkot, a little over 2 years ago, our precious son Yehuda was tragically niftar. Yehuda died at the age of 19 and a half, just as his life was beginning. Our lives were shattered, putting us into a situation we never in a million years could have imagined. These kinds of tragedies do happen, but as everybody thinks, until the tragedy befalls them, they happen only to others, not to families like ours. But this unimaginable tragedy was all too real, and it did happen to us, to a happy, normal, and frum family. We now had to rebuild our shattered lives and face our lives without Yehuda. My wife and I brought up our 8 wonderful children, Kanai Nahara, in a wholesome, healthy environment. As we were busy raising our family, I never would have given a thought to watching a video like this on alcohol, or certainly sponsoring a video on alcohol use and alcohol abuse. Yehuda took his first drink casually at the age of 13, at a simcha, after which his world and ours were changed forever. Alcohol did not apply to our world in any way until Yehuda became trapped in it. The artificial feeling of well-being that it gave him, and the ability to feel comfortable, provided for him an avenue to solve his problems over the ensuing years. Then, as he descended into a dark world we never could have imagined, we began to realize what we were dealing with. Despite all our attempts to help Yehuda, we were unable to save his life. Yehuda wanted to live, he wanted to grow up, and he wanted to live a good life. He thought he would stop, and he thought he could stop when he was ready. He was convinced he could. But he was wrong. His life was over, and we as his family had to rebuild our shattered lives without him. We sat Shiva for our son and watched our children, both the married one and the younger ones, sit Shiva for their brother. The world of alcohol dependence is real and is deadly, and one who enters it even casually may enter much more deeply than one ever expects to. One can enter into a world that will never be escaped. We as a family implore you to understand just how dangerous even an innocent interaction with alcohol can be at a young age. If we can help young people understand this, and if we can save even one life, we would feel that exposing our tragedy would have some to us. May this be Le'ilui Nishmas Yehuda Aryeh ben Yehoshua Yakir, our son, brother, and an uncle.
I'm Dr. Abraham Twersky. I'm a rabbi and a psychiatrist, and I spent over 40 years working with people who have had alcohol problems. Now, you don't have to be addicted to alcohol in order to have a problem. You can have serious, negative, harmful effects from occasional excess drinking. And that's true at any age. But it's particularly important in the teenage years because what constitutes excess drinking is different in young people than in adults. The young person's brain is still maturing, still developing, and is extremely susceptible to the effects of alcohol. Now the problem is that young people, because the way we are when we're young, we are risk takers, we think we are immune, that will not happen to me, I can be in control of it, and we may tend to think that drinking is cool. Well, drinking is not cool, it's foolish and downright dangerous. Now, not only can it have immediate serious effects, and by the way, alcohol gets to your brain within seconds after you've drunk it. Not only can it have serious immediate effects, affecting your emotion, affecting your thinking, affecting your behavior, but it can also have long-range effects, subtle effects which you might not notice, but they are there, on your ability to think straight, to calculate, your memory, how you relate with people. Alcohol can affect all of these negatively. Now, I want you to listen to what I'm going to tell you. I've been around and I've seen what happens. And here's my guidelines. Young people, when I say young people, I mean under 21, should not drink whiskey or beer on any occasion, not on Purim, not on Simchas Torah, not at a Shalom Zocher, and not at a wedding. Kiddush, a maximum of 1.5 ounces of wine. Now you'll say that I'm being extreme. Parents who have lost a child to alcohol do not think I am being extreme. Let me tell you something, my young friends. Of those who are watching me now, I don't want to be the bearer of bad tidings, but of those of you who are watching me now, if you don't take this message seriously, you may be the one who's not going to be around to be a happy, productive adult. Alcohol is a toxin. It can be poisonous, and only when it is used with great discretion by mature people is it safe to use, and then only with proper guidelines. I've seen people, older people even, and especially younger people, drink and drive. And they think that they are in perfect control of their reflexes and their thought and their judgment. Not so. It is deceptive. You may think you are in control, but that's what alcohol does. It distorts your thinking. You cannot think straight when your mind has been altered by alcohol. You know, if you're going to put molasses into your computer, it's going to come up with all kinds of ridiculous messages and all kinds of ridiculous images, because it is not meant to be affected in that way. Now, you can put molasses into your stomach and it won't affect your brain. But if you put alcohol into your stomach, it's going to get to your brain cells and it's going to affect them. And in fact, if it didn't affect the brain cells, you wouldn't be drinking it. In order to get what the reaction that you're looking for from alcohol, it has to affect the brain cells. Remember that. You will never again grow one more brain cell for the rest of your life. Any brain cell that is damaged permanently and never replaced. you begin thinking about these things and you realize that alcohol is not a joking matter. It's not something to be smart about, not something to brag about, not something to show off about, not something to be brave about. Be very careful. With the help of God, you'll grow up to be healthy, happy, productive members of society, members of family, husbands, wives, etc. But you have the ability to become your worst enemy by taking that wonderful instrument that Hashem gave you to control your life and direct you properly and distort its functioning by putting in alcohol. Think about it, take it seriously, and I hope that by doing so, you will be able to avoid subtle damage and especially serious damage to yourself and to those about you.
תלך בדרך איתו מנה אוי מנה רגליך מן סיבתו בני אוי בני אל תלך בדרך